Ladies and gentlemen, we have the distinct privilege of being on the floor of the Senate with the Conservative Senate Leader of the Opposition, Senator Leo Housakos. Leo, thanks for having us here today.
Thank you for being here, especially this week. Great week, opening of Parliament. It's exciting.
And Pierre's return, and that's a big day for the House of Commons and the Conservative Party there. What's going on in the Senate? Are you guys still deliberating on bills from the spring session? What's going on?
No, this is we're going forward. We passed C5, the important bill, of course, that we're waiting action on. Right now, it's just a continuation of business. We're waiting for the House to really ramp up this week as they send us some bills over here. Actually, the Senate's starting to sit next week. We're allowing the House of Commons to have a little bit of a head start.
We're noticing an interesting trend since Carney took over. It seems that Liberals don't really want to be around him. So we've seen a few senators cross the floor from other Senate factions that were appointed by Trudeau to the Conservative faction. We're seeing today that Chrystia Freeland has resigned from cabinet to get a little bit further away from Mark Carney. Is this a trend? Is there something going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing?
We'll see. I mean, right in the past spring, we had two senators, you're absolutely right, who were appointed by Prime Minister Trudeau and the Liberals, and now are sitting in our caucus. They think our caucus is more respectful, more open-minded, so we're proud of that. We hear rumors of Chrystia Freeland, of course, leaving. Look, maybe she's finally realizing that the budget that they're going to be tabling the next few weeks won't balance itself. But she apparently abandoned Mr. Trudeau because she couldn't accept high deficits and debt. But all of a sudden, she's realizing under Prime Minister Carney, the debt and deficit's even higher. So maybe she should realize it's not necessarily just what Liberals are in power. Maybe it's just a problem that Liberals have a hard time keeping the balance sheet balanced.
And your role, because it's relatively new to you, even though you've been on the Senate, has there been much of a transition moving into the leadership role?
Look, I had a good mentor and friend in Senator Platt, who I served in his leadership team over the years and worked closely with him. The role is very simple. We need to keep the government to account. We also want to be respectful. We know we're an appointed chamber. It's a chamber of sober second thought, but we have a job to do, and that job is to make sure that government legislation that is brought here is debated thoroughly, that where amendments are required, amendments will be made. And we're trying to be a constructive opposition while holding the government to account. But we also do recognize that the country has some fundamental weaknesses that need to be addressed.
For sure. And on the way in, you were commenting on the fact that Northern perspective is
omnipresent.
Really present here on Parliament Hill.
Omnipresent. The last couple of days, I walked up and down Wellington Avenue, and I was stopped by individuals who recognized me from some previous interviews. So it's thanks to Northern Perspective that I got a bit of recognition this week. And I went for lunch yesterday to a local restaurant. 4 individuals were wearing the Northern Perspective shirt with pride. So your show is getting a lot of traction in a lot of places, and even in my home province of Quebec, Francophone Quebecers will recognize my interview and Northern Perspective. So keep up the great work, because obviously democracy works when politicians, both in the House and the Senate, work for their constituents, but we need good, fair, balanced platforms of communication to get our message out to our citizens.
Absolutely. Any democracy isn't a democracy without an independent media holding it to account.
That's right.
Mr. Housakos, thanks for having us here today.
Thank you. Keep up the good work.